such an asshole.
Hello, children. Here's a new mood for you guys to be in. I want to be in a Caribbean island beach mood, Cappy. I don't know what it is. I was yawning. I'm like, man, and it just dawned, man, it'd be nice to be on a beach in whatever, the Bahamas, Caymans, Barbados, whatever. Just anybody else with me on that? Anybody like that mood? Like, boy, it'd be nice to just lie on the beach and do nothing beyond the normal, like you would normally want to do that anyway. But I'm just in a real, like, even more than I want to be in South Dakota right now. I say, Aaron, what do you want to be? I want to be on a beach and just taking in the sun and just hearing the waves crash. Not a lot of people. I don't want no people around. So maybe be a secluded island. Maybe a private beach where it's just me and nobody else. I just hear whoosh, whoosh. Maybe the occasional seagull, whack, 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 but then it goes away. That's the mood I'm in. All right. Well, that's not going to happen. But what is going to happen is the contribution and production of GDP, which is a foreign concept to you Democrats. It's not even funny because it's true. And we're going to try not to curse because this is a serious, important question. Anonymous writes, hey, Cap, military veteran here. I'd like a video. Military veterans and military people of all nations get a discount. Leave it to the baby boomers to ruin a good thing. Ruin all things. You said A. You miswrote all things. We've all gotten used to working remotely, and now it seems they want us back in the office. The old mantra is, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, can be applied here. I'd like you to review this article regarding JP Morgan Chase chairman and bailout person extraordinaire, Jamie Dimon, and his desire to get people back to the office. I already talked about, not this particular article, but he was quoted in another article. I know you worked in banking. I thought you get a kick out of this. This seems absolutely insane to me. I've attached a link to the article. Please let me know how much it costs. So let's go here and we'll read through it. From CNBC, Jamie Dimon. No, I don't want to support you at CNBC. You're lying Marxist pieces of filth. Fed up with Zoom calls and remote work, says commuting to offices will make a comeback. Oh, will it there? And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, you don't have to look up an image search to find out he's got gray hair, all gray hair. See, I got the peppered thing going on. I'm Gen X. He's still a little bit young, but he's a little bit wise. You can trust him and still have fun. All gray hair, don't trust him. Nope. Boomerland. And here he is. I don't know. He looks like he's 65 or something. Full set of hair. Jamie Dimon is no fan of the new remote work structure that has taken a hold during the disease. The JP Morgan Chase chairman and CEO has already told his U.S. employees they should begin getting used to returning this month with the goal of having 50% of workers rotating through offices by July. While he's fine with the greater flexibility allowed by employees working from home part-time, he said Tuesday, that's no substitute for being at the office. How did you, Jamie, did you not see, wasn't even a generation ago of your predecessors, get caught with their pants down and spanked by the housing market crash? Did you not see? You're not a leader. You're not a visionary. You did enough of this, and now you're CEO. And we do all this, you don't use this, and then you're like, oh, how did we not see this coming? Government, bail us out. And I love the veneer, the facade. You're like, we're big-time power executives in Wall Street. It's like, yeah, that has gone away. We all peered behind the curtain. We saw how small your all manhoods were, financially speaking. You're like, oh, you're just gambling with the taxpayers' money. Shut up. Should get him a cane. Maybe I should mail him a cane or a walker. I'll get him a walker. Find out where he is. Mail him a walker. It'd be a big box. They think it'd be like maybe a bomb or something. Okay, here you go, you old boomer. I can't see you. How do I know you're working? We want people back to work. There's another side to the labor market. That would be the employees and the labor. Maybe they don't want to come back to work, Jamie. And my view is that sometime in September, October, it will look just like it did before, Dimon said at the Wall Street Journal CEO Council. Ooh. Everyone is going to be happy with it. The beatings will continue until morale improves. You worthless boomer. Oh, God. Oh. And yes, the commute, people don't like commuting, but so what? Okay, Jamie. Okay. While remote work and video conferencing tools like Zoom have been crucial in allowing Wall Street traders and bankers to continue doing work. Here's another thing. Let me interrupt here. Maybe you guys are too young to remember this. Some of you are, but some of you aren't. You guys remember Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Chicago Mercantile Exchange, maybe it was Chicago Board of Trade. Everyone's doing the hand signals and trading. Remember the trading floors in that's gone. It's all gone. Why? Because technology, specifically computers and internet technology, has obsoleted it. Now it's all traded online. Automated exchanges. Look it up. And here's whole Western Wild West 1890s. Jamie Dimon coming out. Well, hey there, buckaroo. We're going to go back to the work office and sit there and park your butts down in this cubicle here. And you have to commute. So what? I had to commute back in 1903 myself. This is so... Can you boomers just go away? Can you just get out of the positions of, I got a boomer president. Can you guys just go away? Can you just admit your generation failed and ruined America? You're the generation that ruined America. Okay? And I've said this before, you're like, we had food poisoning and we just got to get you out of the digestive. But there's this big turd still lodged at the end of the colon. You grab her, you clingers on. Just go away. What, Jamie? Don't you have enough money? Don't you have enough taxpayer money that bailed you out, Jamie? Can't you just go live in the Hamptons or whatever you lame people do in the East Coast? We're going to the Hamptons. We're going to Martha's Inn. What is Martha's? Who's going to a vineyard? Who have fun? Sit on your yacht off of Massachusetts. Go live in Connecticut, Jamie. Whatever lame people do, go do that. It's not like Gen X is going to be better. I mean, we've proven we're just going to do the woke marketing until we're all dead. So I just, the short-sightedness and the closed-mindedness. Because he was in Wall Street in the 80s. All right. That's when he cut his teeth. And he's still holding that on where you got to work 120 hours a week. You got to come into the office. You got to hang out. You got to do the dude bros. You got to drink. We got to go down and get Manhattans in Manhattan. There's this washed up, obsolete dinosaur. While remote work and video conferencing tools like Zoom have been crucial in allowing Wall Street traders and bankers to continue working during the pandemic, CEOs including Demon and Goldman Sachs's David Solomon have expressed dissatisfaction with the new working model or with the new model. Oh, we'll get to my point later. It's going to be very American. It's so revolutionary. It'll be classically, traditionally American if you got the balls for it. That's in contrast with technology companies like Facebook and Twitter. They're managed by younger people, aren't they? I wonder if they're the future. Which have announced a permanent shift to remote work for those who want it. I'm about to cancel all my Zoom meetings, Demon said. I'm done with it. Oh, really? Are you now? What's this newfangled automobile coming? I'm using my horse and buggy. Giddy up, Silver. Well, he's Wall Street investment. Giddy up Platinum. That's probably what his horse's name is. I'm done with it. As an illustration, Demon said he was brimming with ideas. Oh, great. A boomer with ideas. Okay. You and Biden go what? Eat your applesauce. After a trip to California last year that he couldn't get from Zoom meetings. He also said clients have told him that in cases where JP Morgan lost businesses to rivals, it was because bankers from the other guys visited, ours didn't. Well, that's like, well, then maybe bankers go visit, but your analysts and your actuaries stay at home. Bankers, I understand that. You're the salesman. You got to go out. Your salesman got to go out, just like tradesmen got to go out. I mean, that makes sense. But let me guess, with your MBA from Wharton or wherever you mailed it in from, you can't delineate between salespeople that need to go and pound some pavement and office workers. So you're going to burden 80% of your workforce to unnecessarily come in. He also said clients have told him, I already did that. Depending on the roles, employees will still be able to work remotely, Demon said. JP, well, good. Oh, you did account for that accommodation. JP Morgan currently cannot require workers to be vaccinated, and it won't force those who object on religious or health grounds, he said. The shift to part-time remote work is not going to change everything so dramatically, he said. It's accelerated a trend, but it does not work for younger people. No, it doesn't. Dude, you do know, like, the latest generation of adults coming online, they have not known a pre-internet world. They haven't known a pre-cell phone world. And they have been brought up, well, I can order it on the internet. Why would I go there? Why would I waste the time and money and gas? It's not a choice for them. It's how they were raised. I'm hoping the day comes up, kids like, why are we going to school? I'll just go to school online. I don't need to go sit on the block of cheese with wheels and go to the prison with the prison guards called teachers who don't know anything. They're just not going to. I don't know if you've noticed this. I'm sure, Jamie, you donated to the Biden presidency. All this stimmy check stuff, and you guys not able to find workers, you've essentially give them UBI, which is welfare pro. The state has already done that, but with a very explicit, more or less UBI in the form of the stimmy checks. They're not coming to work. You've raised a generation of people who are insistent on being online. Oh, and you pay them not to work. I wonder if you're going to have a labor shortage. It doesn't work for those. So it doesn't, but it does not work for younger people. It does not work for those who want to hustle. It doesn't work in terms of spontaneous idea generation. Dude, your idea is let's take risks with the taxpayer money. That's your idea generation. Don't act like we're doing financial engineering. Shut up. Go raise money for people and fund some companies. And then maybe trade stocks, have a trading business on the side and take your margins or your spreads. Well, wait, you don't even have people doing that. That's computers now. The wife of a husband sent me a nasty note about how could I make him go back? Demon said. All right. This is just one example of the millions of boomers that are currently in charge of corporate America, hopefully going away. And I have one request. Just before I die, okay? Can I see just one display of traditional classic Americanism by Americans where you simply refuse to go back to work? Not to go back to work, but to commute. Can you just be the rebels that this country was founded on one time? You even got UBI. You got a welfare state to protect you. Can you take the gamble one time and just say, no, I'm not commuting? Jack Napier did the same thing. God bless him, he has balls. We haven't had to commute for 20 years. And these boomers have destroyed your family life, your mental health, your physical health, giving you strokes and heart attacks, making you suffer traffic jams and commutes and paying for parking and walking in 20 below zero weather to go sit in an effing cube and lying to your face the entire time about work-life balance. We are a family, blah, blah, blah. I've said it before. I'll say it again. The internet should have created a fourth revolution. Well, we had the agricultural revolution, then the industrial revolution, then the computer revolution. Even though internet, technically computers, it should have allowed us to end commuting for the vast majority of people. Now, there are some people like, your salesmen, tradesmen, window washers, obviously you guys, you have to physically be there. Even computer networking guys, you got to hook up the servers and the routers and everything. But, and what I get a kick out of Jamie Dimon, whatever his name is how I think he's a leader, an idea generation. I'm like, hey, here's an idea. Why don't you stop having people commute and they can work from home? It is such a waste of money and time and such a destructive thing to the American family and the American population to force people to waste 2 hours a day to go to work, and they got to deal with their kids, their family. You're just 2 hours a day. Let's just say an hour a day, 1/16. What is that? 8%, if I do the math right. Let's say a tenth after the time you get settled in and all that. 10% of their waking hours commuting? No. The technology exists. We don't have to do that no more. No. And I implore the American public to just grab your balls and tell your boss no. Now, I understand. Most of you signed up for McMansions and McMortgages. Most of you had to have the SUVs and the boat and the yachts, and you had to have your things and your toys and your granite countertops. And so most of you are not in the position to do this. And I don't like saying positive things about millennials or Gen Zers much, but I will grant them this. They have told you guys no. And I am all against stimulus checks, but at least it's like throwing it back in employers' faces. Like, I've never understood the concept of not paying a living wage. I'm not for a minimum wage, but I'm like, why would you take a job if it doesn't pay you enough to live? And it was more of a question of self-respect. Well, why would you take that job? Why don't you hold out? And I mean, as a group, if you have to form a union, go ahead, form a union if you want. But why are you taking a job at $7 an hour when rent is $900 a month? You can't live on that. And against socialism and stimulus checks and assistance from the government and the taxpayer, I like the fact that now there is this backup, this is insurance, where people are like, nah. And I'm praying at least you younger people who don't have kids and didn't have enough money to qualify for a mortgage, you tell these boomers to go right the F off. And I am not working for you unless I get to remote work. I am not commuting. Oh, I'll come in once a week or maybe once a month if you need me there. Sure. But how precious, how quaint, how cute of this boomer washed up nobody. I'm not doing any more Zoom meetings. Oh, are you? Aren't you now? Oh, that's very cute. I would just love people to quit in mass. I mean, now's the time to do it, guys. Uncle Joe is paying for everything. Money printers going burr. Could we at least come out of this with one silver lining for this crippling level of debt and hyperinflation that will be coming sometime soon? Could we at least get it so that we never have to commute again? Can we get that one thing? And that will improve our lives more than a tax cut ever could or a stimulus check ever could. It's like, no, we're not commuting. We're not. It's not worth it. And you have enough self-respect to say no. Now, those of you with that living in the Barbie world, it's plastic. It's fantastic. For those of you who dude broed it up, you made $70,000 a year, but you live in make 150. You guys, you can't do it because you live paycheck to paycheck, even though you live in a prestigious neighborhood and you're this close to bankruptcy. I know you people. I know you. You're like 80% of the people that live in the fancy suburbs. I know you people. Happy life, a happy wife, happy life. But could the other, 30% of you that don't live paycheck to paycheck and you don't have crippling levels of debt, could you just say no? As Americans, we unite and we say, no, we're not commuting. Too bad. But you'll be fine. Fine. I'm done commuting. You're making my life miserable with this commute. Screw you. You don't pay me enough to live and you're making me commute. And I go there and the job isn't the way you describe it. You've been lying like all of corporate America always has. And now we got the sanctimonious putz who I guarantee you had connections. Guarantee you had connections to get CEO. Nobody earns their way into those companies. I'm done with Zoom calls. Oh, that's nice, Skippy. Enjoy 1987. So there you go. There's no reason for Americans to commute anymore. None. There's no reason for anyone to commute, period, unless you have a physical job that you need to physically be there. But all white collar work should be done. We should just be sitting at home like this schmuck here. Let's get to the super chats. Kate Ann, one of the few pretty gals out there, $2. My firm is letting us work from home for 2 days a week long term. It's good, but maybe go find another job, get another job offer that lets you work full time from home. See, no. What's that? 2 days a week? What? Why not 3? Why not 5? Why 2? Fred Freeman, solid $2. I got an apartment in building next to work, 6 minutes to the cube. There you go. All right. See, now Fred does it right. If you have to commute, you live next to your office. 6 minutes. Wow, man. That reminds me of commute in Wyoming. I could walk to the office. It's a fun time in Buffalo. I could just walk right to the office. It was there. Fred Freeman Sowell, $1 super sticker. I don't know what it is. All you guys can see it. Fred Freeman Sowell again for super sticker. Don't know what it is. Robert Flores, not as stingy as our buddy Fred. Look at this, Fred. Rob ain't making your money. Look at the $20 generous donation. See, with your super sticker donations, Fred, I think I'll get like 1/17 of a Poke Bowl. Rob's paying for a full one and a premium Poke Bowl, I might add, too. I get the extra jalapeno and the Masago on top of it with Fred's donation, or Robert's donation. Rob writes for $20, theory on pets. Dog owners lose the ability to smell mild dog bleep smells. If a woman owns one cat, she likes the male temperament. If she owns a dog, she is an emotional black hole in need of constant emotional support. I will tell you an interesting observation, and this has been a polar shift, like a 180 switch from my time as a young man. In the olden days, gals that had dogs were very rare. This was before the whole dog rescue. This was the whole before, replace husbands with dogs. I need something to take care of. If I took care of a man, then I'd be betraying the sisterhood. But if I take care of a dog, that's all right. But in the day, if a woman had a cat, that was bad. And what it indicated is cats don't take any effort to take care of. And so it was a tell of generally laziness or a little bit of hypocrisy, where it's like, I want emotion and attachment and something to take care of, but I want to put a lot of work into it. And if a woman had a dog back in the day, well, that was serious, because dogs take obviously more effort than cats. They're more loving than cats, though, more loyal, and they are the superior pet, obviously. But if a gal had a dog, that was very rare, but it was very cool. And girls that had dogs, they were pretty cool. I even remember a couple of gals had hunting dogs. They'd hunt. They were a little girthier, though, northern Minnesota gals. But usually if you saw a dog, that was a good thing. Now, completely switched. I don't know when the rescue dog thing came in. I don't know where the replacing husbands with dogs, when that happened. But now it's a dime a dozen for every girl that's got a dog. And all pet owners, I'm going to say today, this is also a change in time. In the olden days, if the dog defecated or urinated on the floor, it would be punished. Now, people of all ages, of all races, and all social castes, everyone's dog has a bowel problem. Everyone's cat has urinary tract infection. And they will let their pets defecate and urinate in their dwelling. And they will dismiss it as, well, they just got a problem. No, you're too lazy to have potty trained your pets. That is what's happening. I remember dating or hanging out with, it was all women. I was going to think, well, was there a guy that was all women that had cats and they did not clean the litter box regularly, so it stank to high heaven? So maybe they become inured to the smell. But the dogs, I really, now I know they're all younger gals that own dogs. If she owns a dog, she is an emotional black hole in need of constant emotional support. That's probably your age group. I have not ran into that. But then again, I haven't been dating in quite some time. So maybe that is the case. I can see it happening. But you must have dated many girls of your generation age. But my generation and my age, back in the day, dogs, the gals were usually more responsible. It was a good sign. But today I could see where that is not the case. Fred Freeman Sowell for $2. I'm renewing my lease so I can enter a competitive beach volleyball tournaments with Vlad Elkins this summer. Chad's like 5'4". What do you expect him? Are you going to throw him up in the air and then he can spike? Our arms are smaller than Cap's, abs bigger. Yes, you guys are getting swole. Fred, again, I fly to Mexico tomorrow. My height plus Cappy game equals Latinas. Well, good luck with the Latinas. Hopefully you pick up some salsa dancing. Fred again for $2. One girl's cat bit me while I was having fun with her. Sent you a selfie. Oh, on the email. All right, good. We got that. I think we got everything. All right, there you go. That's it. Okay, questions, answers, aholeconsulting.com. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.